AITA for agreeing with what my sister accused our mom of? When my sister and I were about 10, me, and 12, our mom went back to work. She met this guy called Mark and the two of them became very close. After a couple of years we started to question if mom was having an affair. Our dad suspected she might be. It was a big conflict in our parents' marriage. Maybe it wasn't a full-blown affair. But even Dad suggested if it wasn't a physical affair, it was an emotional one, and I tend to agree. Mom and Mark would get very flirty with each other and she invited him to everything as a family friend/family. My dad and Mark did not get along and Mark used to tease Dad that he was so uptight and possessive to be so bothered by harmless flirting. Mom would fight to have Mark included in stuff because Dad didn't want him around. Our parents' marriage was never the same. They even separated for a while but got back together. When I was 19 my dad passed away from a brain aneurysm. Mark was at the house right after it happened and Mom even had him sit with us during the funeral. She told us he was her best friend despite the fact her other best friend, someone we all loved, was not asked to sit with us. This was my mom's lifelong friend Abby. Abby claimed Mom saw Mark as a brother. 2 years later Mom announced she and Mark were a couple. It didn't come as a surprise but my sister and I didn't really like or truly support the relationship. We said nothing. But Mom picked up on it. She noticed it more apparently when they got married 18 months later. Now they have been married for almost 3 years. And the whole thing became a heated debate because my sister is getting married and really hasn't included Mom in anything wedding related and has made it very clear when asked that Mark has no role in her wedding at all. This led Mom to confront my sister about the change in relationship and my sister told her she just sees her relationship with Mark as proof that they were never just friends with a sibling bond. She said people don't date people they have a close sibling relationship with. My sister told her she didn't believe they never had an affair and she basically showed Dad disrespect by getting with Mark. She said moving on with anyone else would have been different. But Mark was a slap in the face to our dad. My mom came to me after her fight with my sister and told me my sister had made accusations against her and Mark and especially her and she wanted to know if I thought the same thing of her. I said yes. I told her I wasn't entirely convinced she and Mark had a physical affair. But I refused to believe it was not an emotional one and it did change how I saw her and did make me feel not great about her marriage and current relationship with Mark. My mom said it was an awful thing to accuse her of and how could both of us have such a low opinion of her when she was a great wife to Dad and a good mom to us. She told me she hated that I support my sister's accusations when the two of us used to be so close. AITA?